That's so good. Hi, my name is Sakaya and this is my YouTube channel. I have filmed so many first videos, but I figured why not end out 2022 and begin 2023 with a new YouTube video. I got my little iPad. I got it for Christmas. Can we get into my makeup today? Like, I really took the time. Eyebrows make a big difference. That is one thing I learned in the year 2023. Anyways, let's get into it. I first want to talk about like the year of 2022. Like, if I could describe the year of 2022, I'd say it was a year that revealed a lot to me. Like, it was like a stepping stone year to 2023. I learned so much about myself to the point where it scared me. Things were being revealed to me as I reflected on them, but in the moment I didn't know it was a lesson being taught. I just thought that's like what was me type thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a victim. I want to read exactly what I wrote in my notes. I said 2022 was revealing. It showed me up. I felt like I was naked, like Adam and Eve in the garden. I felt like I learned so much about myself that I grew fearful. The bad parts I discovered made me shrink back. I began to pick parts of me and second guess who I am. I grew to hate myself after younger me told me not to go back to that. My anxiety got worse this year. My social anxiety skyrocketed. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. Like, it was a very uncomfortable but revealing and necessary year. And I learned so much. Like, the beauty of having a valley is that there's a mountain. Like, the beauty of there being darkness, that light can come in. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't all bad. Like, I had fun. I grew relationships with people I care about. I learned a lot. And one of the takeaways that I learned is that you don't have to live life on your own. If you feel like you're that type of person who everyone expects that you have to have everything together, release those expectations, love, because you don't need to have everything together. That's my overview of 2022, and now I'm gonna get into the things that I learned. Number one, don't stay in the darkness if you have a flashlight. When you have the resources to take you out of the situation that you're in, or if you've already been in the situation and you feel like it's easier for you to stay in this dark place, and you know how to get yourself up, you're making excuses for yourself because you've been through it before and you know how to get out of it. And lovingly be real with yourself and get yourself out of that hole. Get those keys and unlock that door, because that is something that I did this year. Like, I knew how to get myself out of this funk many times, but I didn't stay consistent with it because it was easier to wallow and make myself a victim and just stay with this dark cloud than it was to be real with myself and get myself out of it. Number two, live the life you want, not the life others want for you. Simple. Don't wish for things you're not ready for. Number four is don't sell yourself short. Period. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of. Do not sell yourself short. You are far greater than you can ever imagine. Number five, be creative or create something. I feel like just creating something just gives you a sense of being, and just like that energy is so powerful and good. And we were literally made to create and multiply, and that doesn't mean just babies, okay? Number six, invest in yourself and never stop. And when I say invest in yourself, I mean like whatever that means to make you feel like you're evolving into your best version of yourself. Invest in your passions, invest in your dreams, invest in your appearance, invest in your well-being, invest in your mental. Just invest in yourself and don't ever stop, because you are your biggest, what is that word, like commodity? You are your biggest commodity. Y'all can say like, girl, you're slow. That's not how I use that word. But like, you are your biggest investment. Like, you should be your biggest investment. You should be your biggest commodity. I'm gonna look this up and see if I sound dumb, but like, it's important to invest in yourself because you are you, and this is your life and this is your world. So if you want something to happen, or you want to be a certain person, or you want to be perceived a certain way, invest in yourself. always, and never stop. Like, never stop, because you are always going to be important. It's your life. Like, why wouldn't you be important anymore? Number 7, don't compare yourself. This is easier said than done, but you got this, and I'm still working on that, but that is a big lesson. Like, stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself from your appearance to the way people are carrying themselves to the way that they're living their lives. You're never going to be happy if you keep wanting something. Like, the grass is not always greener on the other side, babe, so water your grass, okay? Number 8, live life, don't let life live you. I'm gonna say that one again, because that is one of the biggest takeaways I had in 2022. Live life, don't let life live you. Life is too short to not appreciate every moment or to be present in this moment, and I feel like the way to live life and not let it live you is to be present and appreciate everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. Live life, don't let life live you. Number 9, morning and night routines are important. Get one, create one, not take one from someone else. Take one that genuinely gives you what you need in life to feel restored and feel better about yourself, and to help you wake up and go to sleep and go throughout your day with a great mindset and a great intention. Number 10, you can't hate yourself into loving yourself. Put your hand on your heart and say, I can't hate myself into loving myself. Because that is so real. I often go through periods of my time where I feel ugly, go through PWI, I'm a black woman. I feel like sometimes my personality is a lot. Like I said, I was picking apart pieces of myself and literally like analyzing every part of me with the most negative mindset, to the point where I was hating myself. So you can't hate yourself into loving yourself. You have to love every part of you and embrace every part of you and love yourself into changing it. But don't hate yourself into changing it. And don't hate something because somebody else made you want to hate it. Okay. Number 11 is knowing what you want is important before... My throat. I can't talk a lot. Surprisingly, even though I do talk a lot. Number 11 is knowing what you want is important before pursuing things. And I'm saying this in relationship to anything that you truly feel like you desire in life. Know what comes with what you desire. But just know what you want and the work that you've got to do to show up for that thing that you're pursuing. I feel like the reason I learned this is because I didn't know what I wanted in a relationship, and it caused more issues in my relationship because I didn't know what I expected from him. Just have an idea of what you want, especially before you give yourself to this thing fully. Number 12 is it's okay to go out and have fun. This fall semester I went out, I had fun, I made good grades. I made great grades. I need to stop being hard on myself, and that's also something. But I made good grades and I had fun. Like, I was going out with a group of friends, I would get boba, I would go to parties, you know, and I'd go to basketball games, and I didn't feel bad about going out this year. Like, if I knew I had a stressful day, I was like, you know what, you deserve to go have fun. You should have a balance between work and play. Number 13, as you guys can see, I'm still struggling with this one, but it's grades aren't your worth. Your productivity isn't your worth. It's okay to fail a test. Like, my freshman year, I failed a final. I got a 65. I don't know if that's failing, but that class was hard. One of the biggest parts of my major too. But life goes on. The world does not stop because you got a bad grade on an exam. The world does not stop because you got a grade less than you wanted. And if someone else is causing this stress in your life of you feeling like your worth equates to your grades, cut them off. I don't care if it's a mom or dad. Like, I'm serious. Like, family should build you up, not tear you down, and should not add added stress into your life. Number 14 is don't be a doormat. Shout out to Why Men Love B Words, that book, because I just got it like yesterday, and I realized that I was being a doormat in all my relationships. Like, I was a doormat. I was a nice girl. I was that person that would do everything for anybody, would go out of my way to make someone feel, and then I'd wonder why I didn't feel like it was being reciprocated. It was because I was stretching myself too thin, and other people had boundaries that I just didn't have. It's something that I did because I felt like I had to go above and beyond for people in order to keep them in my life. It goes into number 15, which is you have to heal your daddy issues eventually. It'll make you stop being a doormat. It'll make you have a better view on yourself and your worth, and it'll let you create boundaries that you never knew you needed in life. Number 16 is you are exactly where you're supposed to be. It kind of goes back to the point where it's like, be careful what you wish for, because you might not be ready for it, you know, or just know what you want before you get it. Preparation is important to getting things that you want and desire in life, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be because you haven't learned the things that you need to do to get that thing that you really want. That's how I look at it. Number 17 is don't stop journaling. Life goes to shambles when I stop journaling. Those thoughts in your head literally reveal so much about yourself and allow you to feel relief when you get it all out. Get those thoughts out so you don't go insane. Number 18, consume less, create more. Reality is you're putting all these ideas into your brain, and then comparison comes into play because you're consuming so much and you're wasting time. If your desire is to create more, why are you consuming so much media to the point where you can't create your own media? Number 19 is it's okay to say no. Goes back to like the doormat thing. You don't always have to be available. You don't always have to do things for people, and you don't always have to be present. I feel like 2023 is going to be my selfish year, and I'm going to be saying no a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. Number 20 is date yourself and never stop, because like your relationship with yourself is your most important relationship. I advocate every person to always date themselves because it avoids you losing yourself in any season or area of your life. Number 21, we're almost done, is you don't have to prove anything to anyone. I feel like that is the biggest takeaway from you in 2022. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Be authentic, and who cares what others think? It's easier said than done, but you don't have to prove anything to anybody. I'm getting off that soapbox. I'm going into the next point, which is number 22, closing out this list. Discovering who you are is important. And that is something that I'm taking into the year of 2023. And 2023 is going to be a year of learning, but intentionally. I feel like 2022 revealed a lot for me, but made me feel lost. I just felt stuck in life. And so I knew I had to discover parts of me that I've been avoiding. Because self-discovery and learning about yourself elevates you, and it makes you fall in love with life and who you are again. Self-discovery is important, and I'm taking that with me in 2023. I just feel like dissecting the things that happen in your life just is ultimately a blessing when you can treat it as a lesson and treat yourself as a learner and not a victim. So yeah, those are the things that I've learned in the year of 2022. I'm curious to know if you've learned some of these things too in this year and this past year. And thank you for watching. I love you. I hope you have an amazing year of 2023. Hope this year is the best year you could ever ask for. A year of growth, a year of learning, and just a year of positivity and abundance. Subscribe, like, share, comment, I don't know.
This is my regular. I'm talking